Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new edition of MvX in English. For almost 1 year now, I've been taking my community every Tuesday and Friday in the exciting world of Web3, NFT, and cryptocurrencies. Now it's time for the format to be available in English. So every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. UTC, with my friend Joachim and soon Arno, we will take you into this universe all together. Hello, Joachim. How are you?
GM, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing fucking good. So happy to be here this morning. We have the whole BH community with us. I saw a lot of reminders to this for this Twitter Spaces. So a lot of people are here to listen to Marius that will join us in a few minutes. So every Wednesday morning, we'll be covering blockchain and MultiversX news and welcoming the ecosystem's biggest builders. And so I was saying today we're lucky to welcome Marius Grigoras from BH Network, but not only because he's co-founder of a lot of project, a lot of product we will speak about this morning. Hello, Marius. How are you?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, perfectly.
Super.
How are you?
Pretty good. Today we are celebrating the Unification Day in Romania. Historically,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's a bit free of time for most of us in Romania, but yeah, we are still working. We are a startup. Yeah, so all the best to all the Romanians celebrating this day today.
Okay. So happy day to everyone.
Yeah.
um So, this morning's program is very busy, as always. First of all, we will speak about Beni's countdown in a marketing point of view. And after, we will start the interview of Marius. And at the end of the space, we'll speak about blockchain bridges, and especially the one of Wandex between MultiversX and Solana. I wanted to start this Twitter Spaces by speaking about Benny's countdown, and I would like to have your opinion about it because there are two things. First of all, is about the marketing operation. Is it a good thing to announce a news this way with a very long countdown? Isn't it like too risky to disappoint the community if the announcement is not good enough, first of all? And second, we can see that for 2 days now, Benny did not count. So that's pretty weird. It makes people speak about a lot of memes, a lot of content on the social networks. So yeah, maybe the operation is getting a good thing, but like everybody's waiting to know what is behind this stopped countdown. So that's what I want to speak a bit about first. But before we start, now we are a lot in the space. Please, guys, can you just try to put a comment on the comment section because I don't know why I cannot do it myself. Joachim, can you put a comment?
Let me try.
Because the button about the comment is not available and I can't see the post of the Twitter space, so it's pretty weird, but
Yeah,
I'm sure it's about my
let me.
device.
No, I'm having the same. Yeah, I can't see it on your Twitter page either.
Okay, I will post the a post about it so you can all.
Yeah, I see both Bill and Catalina are doing thumbs down, so I think no one is able to.
Okay, so
Uh,
just try. I posted a tweet now, so you should be able to see it now. So yeah, okay. So can you guys like, repost and comment the tweet I just made on my page So just go on my page and you will see it's pinned at the moment. And so, yeah, just give strength to this Twitter space to inform more people to come to join us and to listen to the different topics we'll speak about, and of course to listen to Marius speaking about the different project around BH Network, but also his vision of MultiversX ecosystem. It will be very, very interesting. So yeah, okay. Thank you. Feel free to comment, also repost, like anything. Okay, so let's start right now. So I maybe want to have your opinion, Joachim, about the marketing point of view of this operation. What do you think? Isn't too risky, or do you like it because it's fucking degen and it makes a lot of content on social networks? So what do you think?
So I think you should know this by now, but I'm not the most degen person around. But so I think one of the issues with such marketing, I mean, we're talking about the 23 days countdown, and I think you should share Larry Covert's supposition later on. But the thing with it is, with 30 days of wait, people get to think about so many different things it could be. And with 23 days, I mean, the thing is, he hasn't even said if it would be an announcement, if it would be the launch of something. We don't know anything. But we've seen a lot of, well, high expectations. And I think one of the risks of that is that even if your expectations are met, even if like the thing you imagine happens, it won't be the same expectation for other users. Let's take an example. We could have like massive like regular Web2 adoption through like, let's say, an entity like Google or another big entity that would let's say something crazy, have their own sovereign shard. It would be great for the protocol, but I think there would be users who were hoping to see something that would have more impact for them on the day-to-day use. And on the other hand, you could have for them an exportal update that brings a lot of new features that they would find very cool, and while others would think, oh, we were hoping to see a big actor come into the space. So it is that risk that since you can never please everyone, that countdown is going to disappoint someone.
Yeah, definitely. And feel free, guys, to write on the comment section your opinion about Beni's countdown. So it's not just about trying to guess what's behind. We already did it in a previous Twitter Spaces, but about the marketing thing. Through the community point of view, but also maybe through the whole X ecosystem, because we are not alone. A lot of other blockchains is looking at us, and because more and more people are cross-chain, so it's also about what people see about MultiversX. And of course, Beni is not tweeting just for himself, but as the main representative of MultiversX. So that's the point. You guys also can raise your hand and comment and give us your opinion about this. Feel free to do it. Maybe Marius, you have an opinion about this countdown. As a CEO, and would you do something like that to announce a big thing, like a countdown, a very long countdown? What do you think about it?
It's very complicated. So as Joachim said, I'm not a, let's say, very degen person. Very long countdown can be risky in my opinion if the news is not very important or very massive. Maybe I'll use a shorter countdown. But in marketing, there's a saying. P.T. Barnum once said, "There is no such thing as bad publicity," which is almost as good as what Oscar Wilde said many years ago. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. So, in Web3, a lot of people are obsessed with the news and hype and all this stuff. People are getting bored very quickly in Web3, and maybe it's better to have this kind of things than not having anything. So maybe it can be a good approach, but again, in my opinion, only if the announcements are coming are big enough.
Okay.
If not, it can be a bit risky in my opinion, because for sure this kind of countdown build a very strong momentum, and people are expecting a very
Yeah.
important news.
Yeah, I agree 100% to this. I think, and I tweeted about it a few days ago, I think the strongest announcements are the ones that don't give any warning. That way you limit the weight and the potential for disappointment, because the longer you keep people waiting, the more things the audience imagines, as Joachim just said, and so many things that will be disappointed because you cannot do everything. Also, the more people are waiting because they accumulate with each countdown, the more disappointed people they will be because you can't satisfy everyone. Also, the longer you count, the more time you give the fighters to sharpen their criticisms. So in the end, I think you only have the disadvantages, because even if the news is crazy, it would have been all the more welcome if it had come when nobody was expecting it. So I think it's risky. Let's speak now about the countdown that stopped 2 days ago. What do you think about this? Because it's weird. So, in a marketing point of view, the countdown was risky. But stopping the countdown when everybody is waiting for it every single day is not just risky, it's YOLO. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. So, you know what? I like this move to stop the countdown. Meanwhile, I did not like the countdown itself. So there too, Joachim, what do you think? Do you have any ideas of what's happening, except of course maybe the end of the dry January of Beni's
Yeah, that was Larry Correa's theory that Benny was trying to do dry January and was counting the days until the end of the month, but that he failed on day 10, and that's why we haven't heard any new tweets since. No, it's hard to say, right? Because what I did find curious, and this is just speculation, but for each day that passed, the countdown post was getting later and later, and it was nearly at midnight time Romanian time in the last few days before it went silent. But it can't be a coincidence that it stopped exactly at day 10, right? It's a very
yeah.
specific time to stop. So I don't know what you think about it. As you say, it has kind of the community has kept the action going. We've seen Beniamin's famous memes. Food has done some too. Like maybe that's a strategy, that he created the momentum and now he lets the community do the rest. But again, by doing that, you're counting on others to keep the momentum and to keep the hype on something we don't know what it is.
Yeah, and the community keeps saying if he stops counting, we'll count for him. And that's what people do. So and I would like to shoot out to Pipamin Minku, Foudres, but also Larry Cover and many other content creators that are making so great videos, deep fakes, memes, and so on. It's so fucking funny. I will put on the comment section maybe two a post that maybe you missed. I hope you did not, but one from Beniamin, and we can mention that Beni liked it. So Benny's not what he's on X, and he reads what people says about it. And the one of Ex Foudras that he posted yesterday about Matrix. So it was just amazing. Yeah, Marius, what do you think about this weird countdown that stopped at 10?
Yeah, good question. In my opinion, Beniamin is very smart. He doubled the FOMO right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he will not count anymore till the announcement will be made, and will make the community to count itself. It's not the
Mhm.
best move, but again, it's very risky. We'll see what's happening. But again, Beniamin is not stupid at all, and he knows how to play this game. Yeah, and he just doubled the FOMO.
He
If we discuss about it, for sure, he
Yeah, that's
to
what we
the
do. Definitely, it works. Yeah, I think he's like a singer that starts the song, and the public is continuing to think after him. So yeah, that's interesting. We have in the comment someone that says, while many projects often emphasize their long-term vision and mission, could you elaborate on your current short-term goal? What's this? Okay, no. Sorry, it was just an AI question. Okay, so thank you very much. For this. So I repeat again, if you guys wants to give your opinion about the countdown, you can do it on the comment section, but you can also raise your hand and come to tell us directly. Before we start the Marius interview, I just want to remind you that there are 5 times 2000 BHAT token, correct?
yeah,
To
yeah.
win. Yeah. Okay, so 5 times 2000 BHAT tokens to win during these Twitter Spaces. And to enter this giveaway, it's fucking simple. You just need to retweet the post I pinned on my page. You need to follow me, of course, and you need to follow what do you want, Marius? They need to follow you, or they need to follow BH Network? Which one is the most important account this
BH Network,
morning?
super. BH
X,
Network.
X Audit, maybe?
Uh,
You need more follower there?
maybe, yeah, we can go with Xcloud. It's pretty new account.
Okay, so let's go for this. We'll speak about this very new project you launched a few days ago, of course. So, guys, the conditions are very simple. You need to follow me and X Audit page. I will put the handle on the comment section. And I will make the draw at the end of the interview. Okay, just wait a minute because someone rang at my door. Joachim, I let you take the mic for a
Yeah,
few
I take
seconds.
over. Maybe your Solana phone is here. He's been waiting for that phone forever to give you some information. So yeah, as you've heard, follow Exodit to be eligible for the giveaway, and the GRM will draw the winners in a bit. So yeah, no, the countdown is definitely a very interesting marketing strategy, and what I think we see is MultiversX in general, because I want to believe those things have been agreed upon. Try to change the strategies and the type of marketing from time to time, wouldn't you say, Marius?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, it's pretty hard. So they are trying the best for sure.
Yeah.
MultiversX for sure needs more adoption, more liquidity, more active users. Any noise, it's a good noise in my opinion. We need to put some light on everything happening right now on MultiversX.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this year will be make it or break it for all the ecosystems around MultiversX, also for us, but also especially for MultiversX. Yeah, I think we built a strong momentum on technical side on all parts. For sure, MultiversX as a technical ecosystem is not the same as 2-3 years ago. So we are ready. We are ready with all the tech around it, X portal, shards, better consensus time. Everything is ready, more or less. But again, very, very strong ecosystems comparing with any other layer one. That's why I think being ready, it's very crucial to add more active users to shed some light, some good light about what we are building as an ecosystem, and to bring 2 or 3 very, very big projects. I don't know, from real world assets is this kind of narrative right now with RWA or with the IoT or anything else. But we need a very, very big project, or 2 or 3, even better, coming with big numbers of users from real world, big liquidity, and so on. In my opinion, would be, I don't know, the only way to survive and to bring more stuff to the ecosystem. Because right now the feeling is everybody is moving the same liquidity between each other. It's not very safe and healthy on the long term. So for sure we need more eyes from outside.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I think we'll discuss more in depth this as we start the interview. I'll let Jerem take over now and start it.
Sure.
Yeah, and guess what I just received? It's not the Solana mobile. It should arrive tomorrow. No, it's worse than that. It's my Cocoa box.
Ooh.
No, the first one, not the last
Oh.
one they just released. The first one, because you know what, guys? I am
Where do
part
you
of the.
live, Jerem?
No, but this is my life. I'm always the last to receive things. So very lucky me. But that's I did not have the time to open it yet. But yeah, it's the first Cocoa box. So I have it now. Yeah. So let's start this interview. Marius. So as always here, we are not receiving projects. We receive builders. So let's start by speaking about your background. Maybe before even joining the Web3 world, what's your background before even building anything?
Yeah. Long story here, but I will try to be very short. Yeah. So before
Oh, we have time, brother. We have time. No
before
worry.
starting with Web3 adventure, with my basics, I'm a software engineer.
I can't hear you well. Can you just get closer to
Yeah,
the
it's
mic
better
or
now. It's better.
something? Yeah, now it's
Okay,
better.
super
Thank you.
good. Yeah, so before joining Web3, my basic, I'm a software engineer. I worked for more than 11 years to NXP Semiconductors. It's a big multinational company around semiconductors, where I built software for semiconductor chips, different security layer stacks, and so on. I finished Polytechnica Computer Science in Bucharest in 2010. Also, I finished security master thesis at Technical Military Academy in Bucharest. So yeah, most of my background is on embedded security stack and a lot of semiconductors on different companies. How I started with Web3, so basically 2000.
It was before
Yeah,
MultiversX.
before.
I mean, did you build anything before? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was not building a product, a Web3 product, but during NXP, we were researching a protocol, secure protocol that leveraging the software updates, the secure over the updates between our servers and the chips behind the cars. So I was working also for IoT and automotive departments in the company. And we wanted to have a better layer, a better secure protocol layer, making these updates. You know, the story behind the chips and the cars in China, a lot of providers and OEMs are cloning these chips. And we wanted to avoid this kind of cloning because it's not important you are sending secure packages or encrypted packages to the cars. It's also very important to know that those chips receiving the encrypted packages are not cloned. And yeah, from research, we discovered blockchain. We made research on different protocols and layers ones. No layer one was scalable enough, and this is how we discovered Elrond at the time. Read the white paper, convinced the guys from the CTO group from Belgium to make some research, deep dive research about it. We started to have some calls with Lucian Mincu and the guys from CBU.
Did you know the team, because you guys are from
No,
Romania? Did you know?
I didn't
No.
know.
Okay.
No, this was my first interaction with the guys. I just got in love with the technology they were building at that time.
What did you like the most? The sharding, the scalability, the
Software,
vision. What did you like the
software
most?
scalability. I really trust software a lot. So I was a teacher during my master degree. I was a teacher for distributed parallel algorithms. So I have pretty lot of experience regarding distributed and parallel processing. So yeah, I was pretty sure that they can scale using multiple parallel words, shards. You can scale basically infinitely if you want or if you need. I don't trust so much in this kind of hardware distribution or hardware scalability. Software for sure is the tricky point here on the long term. Yeah, so this is how I discovered Eldron at the time, how I got to play with the technology and to test different things and different microservices into NXP's company using their technology. After a couple of months, I started to play important role in educating community users, mostly in Romania, being admin on different groups. I started to meet with Petrica here also into the group, and we started to think, okay, why not to start empty staking, as to be a staking provider and to invest into the ecosystem. And yeah, community demanded for it, and yeah, we just decided to be also a staking provider for these guys. And after that, I just started to have many calls with Petrica regarding how to build on Eldron, how to bring new use cases here, how to bring different technologies and so on. Just a bit, sorry.
Yeah, no worry. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and we started to offer free consultancy meetings regarding businesses, use cases, technical stuff, in order to bring more startups. And yeah, we discussed with lot of startups from Europe mostly on different use cases, but mostly IoT, security, agriculture, and stuff like this. And yeah, after we wanted also to.
If it's important, maybe you can pick up and we can wait for you for 1 minute, bro.
Yeah, just a bit. Sorry.
No worries.
So maybe we can
Yeah,
start
ready.
by saying thank you to everyone that is here this morning. We are a lot. Hello, Larissa. Hello, Stefan. Hello, Patricia. Hello, everybody. I can see a lot of Coco and Smooth's PFP. A lot of people from the whole ecosystem, and I think they all owe you something because you launched a lot of projects with the BHero Launchpad. But maybe we can start by the first project you ever built on MultiversX, and it was the staking provider, or it was something else?
No, the first one was the MG staking, the staking provider.
Okay, so can you tell us why did you decide to participate in security secure the network with the providing some staking platform?
Yeah, first of all, both me and Petrica started to have, let's say, a good approach and good visibility into the ecosystem, and the community basically wanted to participate, to have us into the phase 3.5, where more staking providers were starting to be or to act as a staking provider. We didn't start from the beginning. We didn't have enough funds in order to have multiple nodes or something like that. But in the staking 3.5, if you remember that phase, we basically were being asked by the community to join. And yeah, we started with one node, and yeah, more and more people wanted to delegate with us. They saw our technical background. They saw we can run multiple nodes, very secure, very scalable, and so on, with a very good uptime. And yeah, we basically we want to thank a lot to our community users because they trust us. we gained their trust, and yeah, really appreciate for that. And this is how it started with the community, and really big thank you for that.
So how many nodes you have at the moment?
More than 40, 46, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. That's a large amount of a GLD staked. Okay. So let's speak about the Launchpad now, because it's a very important project. You gathered a big community around it, and you managed to launch a lot of very big projects
Yeah,
here. How did you start this adventure? Why a Launchpad? Since you know it's a hard activity. I don't know if at the beginning you knew it would have been that difficult, but how you met the challenge at the moment.
yeah, it's a longer story here, and I want to explain a bit your
Yeah,
community
sure.
here.
Take your
And yeah,
time.
BHero Launchpad wasn't our first product. We met AD also in this call, which is also a co-founder in BHero Network. So maybe you guys already know. We started in the beginning with building a marketplace, a decentralized marketplace for freelancers, but being fully compliant with traceability on the chain, with escrow on the chain between the buyer and the seller, and with having fully compliant invoices and everything you need in order to being able to pay taxes, VAT, and everything using on the chain technology. And we build it. It's running on mainnet and so on. It's named Top IQs. But unfortunately, to be very honest with you, and most of the community users from our side, they already know the truth. We don't have enough adoption for this product. But you know, it's happening. It's happening in entrepreneurship, and you don't need to stop. And before having Behead on mainnet, we wanted to search for a good launchpad in order to have a public sale as well. And we discussed with MultiversX for Maya launchpad at that time, which is now X launchpad. We discussed with other EVM launchpads. No one was ready. No one was integrating MultiversX at that time. And we decided why not to build our own launchpad in order to launch Behead. And if this will be successful enough to continue also to integrate and to launch other startups and to incubate and acting as an incubator for different products and Web3 startups from Europe. Why from Europe? Because you know compliance is very important, and you cannot incubate anybody from the US, for example. And
Yeah.
we decided to to put a name, a catchy name for Web3. Eddie and myself, we started to have a lot of brainstorming, and we decided to have a BHero name. It was free, a bit expensive, the domain, but was free. And yeah, we bought it, and the rest is just history. We started with the Behead public sale. Eddie, which is our marketing guru on the digital marketing, made a lot of good marketing around MultiversX, Elrond at that time, and our token and our products. And we, even from the beginning, we had around between 18K and 20K users with successfully KIC passed. So yeah, it was a very good launch at that time for the Behead. And taking in consideration the success and how we leverage all the user experiences, we decided to continue with the BHero Launchpad, and I think was a pretty good idea. You know, in life and being an entrepreneur is pretty hard to find the best product. You just need to try, fail and try, fail and try, fail and try till you have some success and you can measure and having the right metrics in order to say, okay, this is working, this is not working, and that's it. After
What was the first project that you incubated, and the first the one that you preferred? Maybe I don't know if you can answer this question, of course. But I know every time you choose a project, first of all, you need to do a big due diligence and so many verifications. So first question, how do you choose the project? Okay, first thing. And second thing, after, I would like to know which project was, in your personal opinion, maybe the best adventure with the team, the communication, the success of the launch. But first of all, how do you choose the project? I know it's very hard for you because it's a responsibility toward your community.
Yeah, being a fully compliant launchpad, the responsibility is very, very big because you need to make due diligence, and basically you are putting your trust in front of the community. You can choose this project and you can invest it because we already, let's say, audited. And yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. For us, it is a mix. It's a mix between the team. The team needs very, very strong on technical side product, very good product, and also compliance, the jurisdiction where they are running, and the legal parts, to have a good lawyer, to have everything ready in terms of compliance. Here, I mean the utility token, all the papers around it, not being security for any reason, I don't know, not having any problems in the past with any team core member. All these things are very, very important. So both, you cannot have a very good compliance team, but not having a good product, and so on. How mature is the team as working together, their history, what they built before Web3 is very, very important. So this mix between compliance and technical side as a product are very important. This is how we decide to go with the project or not. But
Okay,
in
and
web,
which how many people from the team are dedicated to choose? Is it a council? Is the community part of it? Or is just you and your co-founders? So how it works? Do you have maybe a compliance team on your team to analyze the different applications?
yeah, on the technical side is me and Petrica here. We are both pretty technical, and we understand Web3 for a specific level, and we have enough experience on technical side. Ed is on the marketing side, so he can analyze very well their marketing capabilities. And on the legal side, we have two lawyers, one from Romania and one from Liechtenstein, if we need some resources outside of the Romania. And in Romania, we have a very, very good lawyer with a lot of experience in Web3. And yeah, we are basically more or less 5 people, which are analyzing on different sides of project.
Right. Okay. What about the different projects you incubated? Which one is for you in a very personal way? It's not about the project itself, but the adventure. I think from the moment that you speak the first time with the founder and the moment that you launch the project, I think it lasts many months. So during this month, I think you communicate with the team with dozens of calls, and you discuss about the different project, the different part of the project, and so on. So which project was for you maybe the smoothest and the best cooperation, and maybe you're still in touch with them very closely? Is there maybe one project that was different than others, or
Jerem, every project is unique and every launch is unique. There are different aspects which really like at every project, and I can discuss a bit about everyone if you want. Maybe, I don't know, the most, I don't know, smoother launch we had ever, and the most hype ever for sure was Cow, and you know pretty well Cow project. I wasn't in this kind of Degen world, and even now I'm not a Degen, let's say. But I can see that Web3 is about also this kind of people, and maybe they are still running very, very well everything happening in Web3. I'm more a technical guy, right? I'm a software engineer and I wrote code and different stuff. But I can see this potential, and the agents people are running right now and are controlling the Web3 so far. So Cow for sure was the most hyped project. Very quick, sold out. Was amazing what was happening there. Regarding right now, real utility and real use cases on the chain and how we can bring Web2 adoption to Web3, because this is what we are discussing right now. In my opinion, this is the tricky point, which layer one will bring real adoption and real funds, because everybody is discussing about, I don't know, Ethereum, liquidity, and so on. But if we are discussing about real liquidity, in Web2 is the real liquidity and a lot of funds and stock market. We can even compare it with what's happening right now in Web3. So, in my opinion, NFT, which is part of the creative team, which was the first product we launched.
Yeah, NFT is an interesting project because they had a platform before providing some services for UI, UX designers, I think. And they decided to launch an NFT collection to allow the holders to access all the resources of the website. That's correct?
Jeremy, exactly.
Okay.
You made the homework for NFT.
No. You know what? I did not read this yesterday or the day before. It was my memories about the project, but I have a pretty good memory, definitely.
So basically, using one NFT from their side, you can download any license or any software they built so far in Web2. So they have a book regarding UI UX. So you can have different materials which cost real money in Web2. So without the NFT, you need to pay a lot of money, like $700. But again, a lot of people jumped in for the hype, being the first project after us, and so on. The price for sure didn't make their expectations. The price is a very important narrative in Web3, and a lot of people wanting to make money. This is the reality, and we cannot hide about it. But again, in my opinion, was and still is a very good project. I really hope that the number of developers and engineers building on MultiversX will increase over time, and this kind of project with real use cases can I don't know, be in a better light or shed a better light about our ecosystems as a unitary dev side. What I can say, there's a big difference between Degen project and this kind of utilitarian project. And so we really like Sense for Fit. A lot of people making sport in France and Romania.
Do you prefer launching NFT or token projects?
Oh,
what do you prefer?
Nice. To be honest, right now, I really like NFTs launches. More hype. So we are participating and we are buying different NFTs. Is this kind of hype okay? What I will have, what kind of picture, what kind of grade, what kind of level, what kind of traits. In the first hour is really crazy moment. Lot of hype, and we can feel the hype in our bones, in our muscles. The tension inside of the office. We are verifying everything, the back end, the smart contract one more time, the front end, the APIs to be running everything, the scalability of the project. Wow, it's really painful to be in the office. For Cow, we expect to have a very massive hype, and we stayed like 2 weeks in the office, day and night. We rewrite all the backend APIs from zero. We made all the software pieces into the cache, into the memory, to be sure that there is nothing crashing, everything will be smooth. And it was in 4 minutes was sold out. But we really prepared everything, and we are a bit afraid, to be honest, because you don't see similar hype or similar launches into the MultiversX very often. And we were afraid about the APIs to be very well running and to be everything scalable and optimized correctly.
And
Okay.
if I remember it right, Marius, you actually used a way for it to be impossible to send a transaction directly from the wallet. You had to go through the UI, so people couldn't, I wouldn't say front run, but like pass through. If
this was for every launch, not only for Cow. Basically, only the wallets which made the KYC are able to mint. So how we can make this? Between the smart contract and the backend, we have asymmetric key pair. So the transaction coming from our front end are wrapped, are encrypted, are signing with a special signature, and the smart contract is decrypting, is encapsulating the signature. So if you are not, if you are sending a direct transaction from your wallet to the smart contract, this is dropped because it's not correctly signed with our secret key. So you cannot front run or you cannot bypass the KYC during the mint.
Yeah, which is a great additional feature to, even if you're KYC, ensure that everyone gets, like, let's say there's too many requests to the website and the website goes down, because that's something we've seen a lot on Ethereum, that people don't even go through the website because they know they won't get the chance to mint. They just go directly to a smart contract.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we had this even from the beginning, and again, we are fully compliant. Anybody, if they want to verify our KYC minters list with the synapse, with our database, with all the peppers and so on, they can verify it, and we can make an audit every time for all the launchpads we made. We are paying taxes, VAT, so the projects getting this money, they need to pay the taxes. We have accountants, common accountants and lawyers. They are verifying all these papers and so on. It's really complicated to have a fully compliant launchpad in Europe. And you know the story also with the X launchpad with the KIC. A lot of people complaining about the KIC flow and not being very stable. A lot of questions why you need to have all this proof of funds, proof of addresses, and so on. It is complicated. I will not lie to you. It's not very simple to have this kind of decentralized technology coupled with a lot of papers and bureaucracy and so on. This kind of narrative, having a decentralized software or decentralized tool, is nice. Everybody can build it up, but coupling this up with a third-party database, being fully compliant, reading all the hooks from Web 2 to Web 3, being stable, all the APIs running smoothly, and so on, is complicated. Also, to have a reusable KIC, and we had this from the very first moment, being able to cover different jurisdiction and different jurisdiction from different projects and from different people and different users. All this mixed together is increasing a lot exponentially, all the logic. But again, if you want to be fully compliant in Europe, you need to act in this way.
Okay, thank you, Marius. Guys, feel free to ask your questions on the comment section if you have some. And you can also raise your hand and comment, speak directly to Marius. It's an open interview as always. Okay, now we spoke about the BH Launchpad. I would like to ask you about the MultiversX ecosystem, because a few months ago you launched many projects on the row, and we saw that it became rare and rare. So why? Because except Globies at the end of last year, there is not a lot of project launched at the moment. I think the reason is pretty obvious, but I would like maybe you to explain us why is it maybe difficult now to find new project to launch, or maybe it's not maybe your strategy, or can you tell us what's why this rhythm of launch this last month?
Sure. Yeah, so last year was pretty good in the first 6 months. So we launched Cow, GoCharge, Homix, Dreamwares, and after June, we didn't have any launch, excepting Globus, which was launched in December last year. What was happening between July and December? We really saw a very painful moment into the MultiversX ecosystem. The liquidity was drained out a lot. Having all the databases with all the KIC and all the active users, we really saw a very, very small activity on the chain. Was really, really complicated. We saw what was happening during Atom, not so many people involved, a lot of complaints about the price dropped. We saw what entity did for Knights of Catena, so they didn't made a very good moment in July. So yeah, we decided to postpone any launch and to see what's happening because again, we can make a lot of launches. We can make, I don't know, one per week if we want. Technically, we are there from legal compliance. We are there, but it's very important to offer a good moment, a good momentum for the project, and also for us as a big hero launchpad. We need to have a happy community, right? So yeah, we decided to postpone a bit all the launches. Right now, we are reevaluating all the momentum and the liquidity. We're trying to measure a bit the liquidity from the ecosystem. To be honest with you, we are okay with the project. So a lot of very, very good projects are applying, and in the next days we'll announce different partnerships and different collaborations. And some of these will already make some slightly tweaks. A very good one is Build 21. We also have other projects from this narrative with RWA, real world assets. So a lot of good projects, a lot of good core team members with real experience from the stock market, from Web2, from building a lot of years. They really want to bring or to being part of this tokenization narrative. And here we are discussing about very, very strong projects. Again, very strong projects. So we don't have a problem with missing or with the lack of projects from our pipeline. But Jerem, we need to be very realistic. It's problematic right now to have big project launches. Not even X launch, but it's not launching, let's say, in a very good pace. I don't know. Last year they launched only Atom, if I'm not mistaken, and right now after more than 6 months they are launching Tada, which by the way I think it's a good project coming also from Web2. Again, it's a problem with the liquidity and not the number of active users, in my opinion, and we need to be very, very
yeah, because the BH network community is strong, and they showed
strong,
it during the Globies.
Is something else, people. So first of all, we are mandatory, or we are forced to launch all the projects in eGold, in parity with eGold. Why eGold and not stablecoin? Because we still don't have a native stablecoin on MultiversX. And being native, what it means, to be fully compliant and to being able to send it to, I don't know, to a specific checks, and I don't know, Binance to accept USDC or USDT. And this is very, very important in order to offer a good experience for the users, right? Because we had problems with, I don't know, different users and with our support. Hey, Marius, I sent USDC to my Binance eGold account. Bad, very bad, because we don't support USDC natively on Binance right now. So this is one problem, and this problem is more going to a financial mindset, because different users bought in the past eGold at different prices. I don't know, let's say we want to have a launch and one ticket price is one eGold, but maybe even the eGold price right now is $50, but maybe they bought at, I don't know, 300, 500. For them is their precious eGold. It's not just a amount of money in stable. So it's quite complicated and different experience to have a launch at eGold at 50 and to have the same launch at eGold at, I don't know, 150 or $200 per eGold. Totally different experience. totally different from economical point of view, totally different tokenomics. We also had big impact. We made our public launch and public listing when e-gold was around 150. So in parity with gold, we are basically at the same parity with the public launch. But in parity with stablecoin, which for most of the users is important, we are 3x down, right? Because right now the e-gold price is $50. So again, the e-gold price is very important to push all these boats together into the ecosystem. So we need to see more strength. This is my honest opinion, and so far it's complicated to have more launches or a better piece of these launches.
Okay, and so what is your strategy to continue to propose good lunches to your community? You have two ways actually, or you wait for a big lunch with big fundraising, or you decide and you will just have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 per year, or you decide to launch maybe smaller project with a small amount of money to rise, and so by doing this you can maybe make more launchpad maybe once a month or one every 2 months. So what's your strategy to adapt to the new situation?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, is a mix. We really want to have also a smaller project and smaller amounts in order to have, let's say, a better piece of launches. But for the big projects, like the ones from real estate, AW, we want to have a better marketing. What it means? Lot of builders meet up in Bucharest, in Romania, in different big towns, also from Europe. We want to meet up with the community to have a better education, to have, I don't know, different physical meetings, explaining the projects, explaining, I don't know, why it's better to have a long-term mindset and so on. And right now we are in discussions with different meetups and different collaborators about this approach. If we really want to bring Web2 builders and I don't know, the money, the liquidity from Web2, we need to have this kind of approach. Just, I don't know, launching a random project and expecting it to have success because it's enough liquidity in MultiversX, I don't think is the right mindset. Again, educating people from Web2, which have the right amount of money and the right mindset to invest not only in Web2 market but also in Web3 because of the tokenization, because you have better flexibility, maybe better security and your own ownership. This is possible on MultiversX. We want to build the momentum on this kind of ideas. So yeah, we will take more time for sure, but there is no other option right now into the MultiversX. Just educating people, explaining the technology, explaining the potential, explaining why it's better to have this kind of ownership and better security than EVM and so on. Why it's cool to have tokenized assets in Web3 and to have I don't know technologies like this portal on your phone and so on is the only approach we see right now in order to have also big launches successfully running. And also it's not only about the launches, because okay, you can invest in marketing, you can have a good momentum at the launch specifically, but it's very important to have a good momentum post public mint, right? This is the tricky point, and it's important to have also some happiness into the community post the launch.
Yeah, so it's very interesting what you're bringing up, and it's a question we often have in the French GM MvX about is the technology enough to attract? Because as we know, as you said, with the USDT standard compared to EVMs, with the sharding, etc., there is a lot that MvX brings that other chains
Right.
can't. But from the user point of view, the regular user, not the builder, or the technical passionate user, it doesn't seem to matter. What seems to be the most effective, and which I agree on, is the having, as you say, tools they can use, applications that they can interact with. And as long as it's fast and reliant, I don't think the user really cares about how it works, except those that want to go a step further. A bit like internet, right? Like most people wouldn't be able to tell you how internet works. They just expect it to work, and when it doesn't work, they get annoyed. And like, don't you? So, how do you think we manage to? Should we focus on attracting builders then to get projects, or do you think that the technology can be explained well enough that even users see the benefits of it? Because it's a bit the snake that bits his own tail, right? You need users to get builders, but you need builders to get users.
Yeah, it's a chicken egg problem, right? But I can. Yeah, in my opinion, Web3 is still about making money fast, and we cannot change this mindset overnight for a lot of users. Um, in my opinion, it will be possible from MultiversX side. We need more grants for better teams. I think this should be, I don't know, the most important key point for this year, to have more grants and more hackathons, but more grants for great teams from Web2. Having more heavy builders with real products that can couple with Web2 technologies can bring some momentum. Because let's be honest, guys, comparing with 2-3 years ago, there are already a lot of layer ones, layer twos on the EVM side. We cannot compete with all these guys and with all their liquidity. This is the reality. When eGold or again Elrond started 3 years ago, 4 years ago, tell me how many layer ones and layer two was comparing with now, right? So again, and these are already running up and running for a lot of months. They have lot of liquidity, lot of eyes from US and so on. So we just cannot compare and compete with them from liquidity perspective, numbers of users, number of projects running, and so on. So if we really want to have a chance for a better adoption, we need to bring more liquidity and users and real world use cases from Web2. This is, I don't know, my working vision right now, and the only way to have a better of number of active users here on our ecosystem. But I would love to see your opinion as well.
No, I think we're pretty aligned. I I agree, as you said, like RWA, real world assets, and tokenization of assets, is a very important narrative, and I think we had. So I'm not the biggest DeFi guy. I'm going to be very transparent. I'm not DeFi. I'm not a DeFi guy. But for me, DeFi is very useful. As you were saying, we were talking about USDC earlier, about like converting, etc. But from a day-to-day use, a regular person, not a Web3 enthusiast, isn't that interested in that, and it's a bit the same with NFTs. Like NFTs are great. You can use them for gamification. You can use them for a lot, but they're just a tool in the end that serves a bigger purpose. And as you're saying, like I think the next narrative, if we want to get a lot more adoption on MultiversX, but also across, is by having those kind of use cases. People obviously that's what we're doing with Galpa Labs, but we're not gonna talk about that today. But it is by giving users the possibility to interact with the blockchain without realizing it, using all the benefits of it, and linking, as you're saying, Web 2 with Web 3.
Yeah.
It was one of my question. You launched in real life projects. You launched the NFT project, but so far you did not launch any DeFi protocol projects, as far as I know. Did you have any application through this sector or not?
Yeah, we have the guys from Farm XYZ from Binance Chain. Maybe you guys know already. BHero will be launching just projects from EVM side. So is a cross-chain launchpad. Big will remain on the MultiversX. There's no doubt about it. But we want to have also cross-chain launches in order to bring more attention to BHero, more eyes, and why not? Maybe we can have a better visibility for MultiversX as an ecosystem. So yeah, we have the guys from Farm. They are building a DeFi protocol for having a better yield optimizer for different farm positions on the EVM side. They are the only ones right now in our pipeline. But again, being honestly with you guys, our focus is right now on real world tokenization projects, which can bring more liquidity, users, and adoption to our side. And again, in my opinion, is the only way to succeed, because these projects, big ones coming from Web2, they are coming also with some big investments and big players at the table. I again, maybe I'm wrong, but I cannot see from the discussions we had with a lot of projects so far. I cannot see how we can compete with the projects and the launch pads from EVM side. They are very big, lot of liquidity already, with a lot of users, with native stable coins. Again, we don't have too much advantages comparing with these guys. And for the, as Joachim said, for the normal users, they really don't care about how ESDT standard is the ownership coupled with a wallet, how much is safe or not the MultiversX protocol. For all these users, everything around technology is just a black box. They really just to play with it, to use it. And it's the same with our smartphones, with the internet and so on. We don't care about RFC protocols. We don't care how much or if it's audited, not a specific protocol. We really want to use it, and that's it.
Okay. That's interesting. So let's speak about your cross-chain and multi-chain ambition. So for now, you are only on MultiversX. So when do you think you will be able to launch the platform on a cross-chain manner? And do you already have projects from other chain that would like to be launched on your launchpad?
Yeah, the backend and the smart contracts are already finished for the EVM side, for Ethereum, Binance Chain, and so on. We will be starting to finish also the dApp side, so the front end. And yeah, I think in Q1 this year everything will be up and running. The front end, let's say, is the simplest part beside the back. If you have a scalable backend and the smart contract is up and running, these are the heaviest parts. I think the most important one that a lot of people is already willing to make more research and to participate is XFI checks.
Yeah.
For sure, you guys, most of you already heard about it. We had different. They made also some good waves on the MultiversX. They will not be on the MultiversX, as far as I know, with the token, or maybe, I don't know, with a small portion if they decide to go with. But they already made some very good marketing campaigns, also with a lot of NFTs projects from MultiversX. So yeah, I'm expecting that they will make a good moment with their launch. Why? Because they really build from a couple of years already using only their money. They have a very big technical team, very good marketing team, very good connections, and so on. And all these
So their token will be launched on BHero?
Part of it. So the public sale. Yeah,
okay.
the public sale will be launching on multiple or 2-3
yeah, like Globis, for example. Okay. So it will be a multi-launch launch. Okay,
and
okay.
Part of it will be on BHero, a specific allocation will be on.
Do you have a date for this? Because it will be the next. No, not yet.
No, it's not nothing is yet arranged or public. Still a lot of problems with the liquidity. They are very massive project. You know, Jerem, they put already a couple of millions building all the solutions they had. Also on the DeFi side, on the on ramp, off ramp with the cards and so on. So they are really fully compliant in Europe, not on a BVI or a strange Iceland. So they spend a lot of money. So they really need a good momentum to launch their token, because without it they can continue using their own funds. So why to risk with the bad moment if you can continue using your money? So,
yeah, and you don't have a second chance. Actually, it's when you launch, you launch. Okay. Let's speak about the other projects, the other products now. So do you want to speak about X Audit?
Yeah.
It's a very new thing. It was not expected actually, but I think it's necessary because so far in MultiversX we know Arda, which is another audit company on MultiversX. But I know that we need more and more audit companies and security and so on our blockchain, because our standard is different as the EVM ones. So why did you decide to launch X Audit, and what do you expect from this company? We need to mention that you already have a first customer, Public, because Wandex decided to use X Audit services to audit 7 smart contracts, as I read on their post a few days ago.
Yeah, besides starting X audits, we also made smart contract audits for other projects, and the entity behind it was BHero Smart Contract Audits. And we made audits for Vesta X or Demiurgos, maybe you heard about L2 chain, Super RBR, Sense4Fit, 2 smart contracts, Block, and others. Wandex indeed is the first, let's say, product asking for making some audits after we launch X audits. So they will be the first one on the new entity. How we started, basically, both me and Catalin, which is making the smart contract audits, we were colleagues in NXP, and we worked together on our security team during NXP Live. Also, after NXP, Catalin worked as a software engineer, security software engineer at Bitdefender. I don't know if you guys heard about Bitdefender. It's an important security company in Europe, which is selling their antivirus solution in different countries, also in US. Maybe the biggest seller is in US. And after Katerina worked at my suggestion, worked at MultiversX, and he was one of the most important engineers which built the first DEX, Meyer DEX, and he built the smart contracts and everything over there. So yeah, we have enough security experience in our team, and we love to try to find different glitches or different backdoors, or to crash different things on the smart contract side. And yeah, so far for every smart contract audit, we've really found very interesting stuff. And yeah, everything is public in our PDFs. Wandex is really pushing a lot. It's really pushing a lot, and you see, guys, they're preparing a lot of things, new things on the DeFi side, on the Wandex, and yeah, we are really amazed about what they are building so far. Why another product under the same BH Network umbrella? Of course, we really want more revenue as a startup into the Web3. it's really hard to make and to have revenue and profit here. And part of this revenue will be used again to make some buybacks for our token BHero and to burn it. We already made it after we sold out Globis. So yeah, we want to continue this to have a good momentum and happy investors around BHero. Seems that this strategic step with burning all our tokens was a great momentum for our community, and they really happily received this news. So far, we burned more than half of our supply, and we'll continue to make this till we reach 200 millions. And after this point, we'll have 0 tokens controlling by us. Everything will be in the circulating supply.
Yeah, I saw that you burn millions of tokens these weeks. Okay, that's interesting because it will bring some value to the remaining tokens. It's something that is asked by your community to give utility to the token and also to reduce the max supply.
No. We were thinking during the last summer what we can do for our token. A lot of liquidity was drained, a lot of problems for different projects into the MultiversX. And JRM, we wanted to offer something back and to regain the trust to our investors. And we're thinking, okay, there is enough liquidity, there are not enough active users, there's not enough utilities around the token. Okay, let's burn everything we are controlling, also our tokens as a team. Everything we'll need for liquidity, for the checks and for the DEX and for our spends to buy back from the market. And this is what we did so far. And we also invested from our account, and everything is public. You can read my hero tag and so on. All the tokens I have in my hero tag are bought by me, are not received by the company. And also from our revenue from different products we have, part of this revenue, because we still need to pay salaries and so on, part of this revenue will be used by this mechanism to buy back and burn BHero tokens till we reach 100 million total supply. It's the only way to survive, in my opinion. Having a small ecosystem, you need to gain some trust and to be with the community. If we are losing the community, we can go home. This is the reality.
Yeah, I think it's the same for every project here, and you're right, totally right. Same for us, actually, doing spaces, doing content on X and so on. The community is everything. Okay, I would like to ask you about your ambition about MultiversX ecosystem. What do you think about the way the core team is doing things? And what do you expect from them for 2024 to maybe be more present on the layer 1 competition? Because you're directly linked to this in terms of liquidity and so on.
Again, as I discussing with Joachim a couple of minutes ago, in my opinion, this year is very, very important, very crucial for the entire MultiversX ecosystem. Is make it or break it moment for sure. A lot of projects which were being launched in the last 2 years, from April, May 2022, were draining out a lot of liquidity. They are losing a lot of momentum. They are losing a lot of revenue or the funds from the company. They are losing a lot of active users and so on. So it's very hard. To be honest with you guys, we are in discussions with different projects from the local ecosystem, and a lot of projects they already don't have any money remaining after the bear market, but they don't have enough courage to say this publicly to the community and so on. It's normal. what I can say was really tough in order to still have liquidity for the token and to respect the investors. You cannot drain out all the liquidity and so on, even if you have a lot of spends. So in my opinion, we need, of course, new projects to build in here and to bring active users and so on. Just to have only projects, but with the same number of active users is very complicated, because in the final, all these projects will search for active users, will try to fight each other in order to bring more attention and more focus, and will cannibalize each other in a very short time. So also we need to bring attention, shedding some good light from the EVM side to us. Again, very, very important moment. I really like this kind of stressful moment because when anything is running peacefully and you don't have any, let's say, starvation moment and so on, maybe you don't find it necessarily to fight more or to have that drive to push you to build something more or to struggle a bit. When in this kind of moment where there is enough struggle, you're really feeling to push it more. Again, we are building or die. We are surviving or die this year. This is how I see it. A lot of gain and momentum is coming from the EVM with a lot of layer ones and layer twos. These narratives with the airdrops, which I don't believe in it, but it's happening with a lot of liquidity and money just airdropped to a lot of users. Of course, this kind of force users, but they are resist from the EVM. They are moving attention over this kind of projects. Let's say will be complicated. Will be complicated. We are competing with all these new layer two, and yeah, we cannot hide it. This is the reality. It's like it seems that they really have lot of money to spend with the users and to spend with their users' attentions. I don't think it's the right approach, but it's working. In Web3, it's working. Basically, they are paying users to use the products. Okay, it's not an organic usage, but it's working. Their attentions are over there. Let's see what
Okay.
MultiversX will bring up in terms of new plans for this year. I'm really optimistic for this year. You cannot work and push for new product and to build and to be creative if you are not optimistic, right? You'll be I don't know, maniac depressive. You need to be
Yeah.
you need to be positive in order to create things.
I would say a lot of great successes in the world of Web 2, to do a bit of comparison to the airdrops, as you're saying, literally paying to have users, is the fake it till you make it that we've seen in a lot of Web 2 companies. And in the same way, I mean, we could talk about very, very, very big Web 2 companies that are still not profitable, still losing millions, if not more, every year. And the only thing that is keeping them alive is new investors and new rounds where they raise more money because they have more users, etc. Do you think there's a similarity between them the Web 2 and what is happening on those layers?
Yes, yeah, without any doubt, there is a similar plan. Again, if you have enough marketing power and enough funds, for sure you can bring a lot of attention on your side. And this is what is happening right now on other ecosystems. It's just better to be fair with us, guys. It's very hard to compete with all this. I was comparing in the last month how we are behaving at BHero Launchpad, comparing, I don't know, with DAO Maker and other big players in these Launchpad ecosystems, and they are really, really pushing and they are protecting a lot their users in terms of funds and how they are really behaving with the project. On the other hand, they are really violating all the projects that they are launching. They don't care about anything. they are really only protecting the users, because they are saying, okay, we can find other projects if we want, but we can find other users or active members. So indeed, is this narrative of protecting more the users, the clients, and not protecting so much the project they are building over it. But
yeah, I mean, I guess you even had an example with one of your projects, Sense for Fit with Bullperk.
yeah.
That had that warranty that the token price needed to be above, I think it was sale price, right, for a certain amount of
They
time.
really didn't care. They really didn't care about the project, about the money and so on. They also didn't receive the money after the public sale, and they also used their currency to protect the users and to airdrop those tokens. So in the final, is a double penalty for the project they launched. We cannot make this on MultiversX if we really want to have solid projects building over here. But in the same time, we need to protect the users, the active users, and to bring more attention to the other active users. So it's really painful as a chicken egg problem. And this kind of
because if you screw over the project, then the project doesn't build either, I guess.
And the Bullpark is a small example. DAO Maker is making the same, and I personally know project building over there from the EVM side, and they are sending the tokens, no guarantee, and so on, and they are even pushing for specific checks to be used by the project itself after the launch. And if they don't comply those launches, they really airdrop all the tokens they received and no public sale, nothing. So it's really violating the project. But they can. Why they can? Because they have enough active users, and also they are running in different strange islands like, I don't know, BVI and so on. BVI is coming from British Virgin Islands. Maybe you know already. So again, we are in Europe, behaving totally different. Need to be fully compliant with real KIC, real and so on. And we are fighting with this kind of big players from EVM where they are a bit shady. It's really, really complicated.
Okay, very interesting exchange. Thank you, guys, for this. We actually don't have questions on the comment section, so I guess we were complete. Thank you very much, Marius, for coming this morning. I let you the final word. Maybe you want to give us some alpha about the upcoming thing that you're building, or next partnerships, or anything, or if you just want to say a word to the community, the mic is yours.
Yeah, some alpha things. Thank you for the question. So we are preparing 2 more products. The first one will be on the mainnet before end of Q1, so this year, before end of March. And the next one, the second one, will be on mainnet before end of June, so before end of Q2 this year. The first one will be around NFTs, just to have a small alpha, as you know. And the second one will be around compliancy. So a lot of users will be able to use it. Both they asked from our community team members. So thank you for the suggestion, guys. It's always better to receive feedback from the community, because they really want these products. That means there will be a lot of users, active users using this, and in the final, the most important is to have utility. It's very complicated when you build a product and you don't have any drive or any utility. So it's always better to wait and to get the right feedback from the community members. What I can say more? Again,
Alpha.
I'm very optimistic for this year. Let's build. Let's try our best. I can see some good signs already in terms of liquidity. Let's try for the best. Before closing, I want to ask you, Akim, how is it going with Gaupa Labs? I know we discussed a bit in the past, but it was very interesting to see if he has any updates about
Joachim, do you want to be launched on BH Launchpad?
We've been discussing in the past.
Really?
And we're very
Oh, that's an alpha.
many months ago.
We have discussed it. many months ago. But as Marius said, there's been the markets haven't been ideal, and we are fortunate enough to be very passionate and have the funds to be working ourselves for over 2 years now without having to raise. We're doing some like equity raises on the side, but that's another topic. So we're doing well, thank you. We as you maybe saw, we finished third in the hackathon for mobile app, and we will be launching very soon the GAUPA tracker, which is a mobile app, and we are working with several entities on our supply chain solutions. So we're very excited. As you say, like 2023 felt like a very frustrating year for a lot of aspects. If it was like legal, the market, etc. So we just decided to spend that time focusing on building. But 2024, I think is going to be a great year for MvX, but also for quite a few projects. I see we have Hakim in the listening, so I'm also very excited what Globi is going to bring this year.
Nice, very good stuff. Congrats for the continuous work, being there, building there, and just staying and waiting. It's perfect. In this kind of field, entrepreneurship field, consistency is more important than anything. So congrats for having the right consistency.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But don't leave us yet. We'll have a question for you in a couple minutes, right, Jerem?
Yeah, correct. And that you will ask it, bro.
Yeah. So the next topic of this space is going to be on bridges in general, but also focusing on the Wandex bridge. So if you need to go, we'll ask the question now, and then we can move on. Is that I had to try the bridge. I was looking at the bridge, but I couldn't find at least I couldn't find any code that was published. And I want to ask if you had with Xaudit audited the Wandex bridge between MvX and Solana.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Was a bit unclear.
Yeah, sorry. The question was, has Xaudit audited the bridge between MvX and Solana by Wandex?
No. So maybe will be in the future. I don't know. Anything can change. But right now, no. We are auditing 7 DeFi smart contracts from their side, from different features, large spectrum of features for Wandex. So nothing related to the bridge so far. I don't know, maybe it'll be in the next day, but right now, no.
Yeah. We weren't sure. We were discussing it in French yesterday, and we weren't sure. So we thought, well, we have the perfect opportunity to ask you now.
Definitely.
As far as I know, part of the bridge or all the bridge was already audited by Certic, if I'm correct. And maybe other audits are want to go as we speak.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, perfect. And audits are an extremely important part of,
especially
in the DeFi. Yeah,
and on
well,
DeFi,
everything that's related to money, obviously, having that
anything
extra
that is
stamp
related
helps.
to crypto, actually. This is okay. Thank you, Marius, for this moment. You know that you're home on GMMVX anytime, as a speaker or just as a listener. And thank you for the whole BH community for being that numerous this morning. Now we will go with the next topic. We'll speak about blockchain bridges. Of course, you can stay with us, Marius. And just to mention that I made the draw about the giveaway. So I just sent a DM to the 5 winners. I will get your ERD wallets and I will send it to Marius so he can send you the prizes. So congratulations to the winner and thank you for all the people that participated. And thank you very much, Marius, for your generosity.
Sure. Anytime. Thank you for the invitation, guys. Thank you for all the committee members from your side. You are doing great stuff, really. I told you, Jeremy, as in the past, you have a specific radio voice. you can
I
you can
remember.
start the
Thank you.
podcast at radio at any time, and for sure will be successful. Thank you also, Joachim. Great stuff from your side. Good questions and success with the Go Labs. I'm really excited about the news, and hopefully we'll see a very good product launch in this year.
Yes, we're very excited. Thank you again for coming.
All the best, guys.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so let's speak about blockchain bridges. So first of all, guys, I will introduce you a small overview of what is a bridge, a blockchain bridge. And after, we'll have a chat with you guys and with Joachim about the one that Wandex just built between Solana and MultiversX and Solana, because it's a bi-directional bridge. So, first of all, you need to understand that a blockchain bridge is a tool that enables you to transfer assets from one blockchain to another. And this tool is essential as most blockchains and tokens are not compatible. So the bridge will create a synthetic derivative of a token that will be compatible with the destination blockchain. For example, if you use a bridge to send a Solana coin to an Ethereum wallet, the wallet will receive a token that has been wrapped by the bridge, which means converted into a token based on the Ethereum blockchain. In this way, you will receive WETH, so we can say WETH, with an ERC20 format, the generic standard for fungible tokens on Ethereum. You need to understand that there are different types of bridges, of blockchain bridges. There are unidirectional or one-way bridges, which only allow assets to be transferred from one blockchain to another, but not in the other direction. This is notably the case with wrapped Bitcoin, which allows Bitcoin to be sent to Ethereum blockchains, but not Ethereum coins, ERC20 coins, to Bitcoin blockchain. Other bridges, such as a wormhole or multi-chain, are bidirectional, meaning you can freely convert assets to and from blockchains. Just as you send Solana to Ethereum blockchain, you can send Ether to Solana. This is particularly true of the bridge developed by Wandex between MultiversX and Solana, which enables tokens to be sent in both directions. You have two types of bridges. You have custodial, and we can say centralized bridges, and non-custodial, we can say decentralized bridges. The difference explains who controls the token used to create bridged assets. All wrapped Bitcoin, for example, are held by BitGo, making it a centralized bridge. Conversely, bridged assets on Wormhole, for example, are held by the protocol, meaning it's more decentralized. While, so there's a choice. Do you prefer centralized things, or do you prefer centralized or decentralized thing? We can say that bridge technology can also be differentiated. For bridges, some bridges will require the user to block a quantity of tokens in the smart contract before creating synthetic derivatives on the other blockchain. So the user will have to return the synthetic derivative to get his token back. Other bridges will burn tokens on one side and mint them on the other. So the question is, why use a bridge? Bridging assets from one blockchain to another offers a myriad of advantages. First of all, the blockchain you're bridging your asset to may be cheaper and faster than its original blockchain. This is certainly the case with Ethereum, where high transaction fees and slow throughput make it difficult for newcomers to get involved in decentralized finance. Other investors can use bridges to make the most of markets that only exist on another blockchain. For example, the DeFi Orca protocol is only available on Solana, but supports a wrapped version of ETH. Many DeFi and NFT marketplaces, for example, have built-in bridges to enable their users to exchange tokens from different protocols without having to leave the platform. This makes the process of converting tokens via bridges less cumbersome. Marius, just if you want to be cross-chain, will you integrate a bridge on your platform to enable people to come with their maybe BNB coins and to bridge them on ESDT and the inverse or on different blockchains?
So it depends. If we are discussing about a product being cross-chain, you don't need a bridge, right? So, for example, BHero Launchpad, if we want to have also launches from EVM, for example, the database will remain the same. You need the backend, the smart contract at the front end that will be to run, I don't know, on Ethereum, for example. And you are running and you are executing, launching projects from EVM side. If we are discussing about also BHEAD being cross-chain and, for example, I don't know, having BHero locking points and different levels for BHero in order for users to being able to mint or to buy tickets, of course, you need a mechanism to move BHEAD tokens from MultiversX to, I don't know, Ethereum, Solana, whatever you want. So yeah, you need to use a open solution from MultiversX, or you need to bring up your own a bridge, or you can use, I don't know, a hybrid way or a Web2 way in order to move tokens.
Like Coco did, for
Like Talcom
example,
did example,
because
yeah, you
because
can.
they were expecting the Polygon bridge from core team,
I
and
know, I know
unfortunately it
the,
did
I
not.
know the
I know you
story.
know. I know you know. I know. It was a big thing, but they did their best to make it smooth. But
Right.
yeah, they needed to use a Web2 solution to bridge the assets. Yeah, definitely. That's a good and interesting point of view. Thank you very much. So let's talk about the risks of bridges, because it's I don't know if we can say a single point of failure. Joachim, just let me know if it's a correct term in this situation.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So the risks of bridges. Have you seen how technical I became?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just like, wait, what am I supposed to be saying now?
Okay, so the risks of bridges. Although bridges open up new markets and contribute to a brighter multi-chain future, they come with their own security challenges, as demonstrated by a huge 326 million dollars exploit on the nation wormhole bridge in February 2022. Some bridges are recent and therefore unproven, and even those that are prone to exploits. So the most notable example is Wormhole. But a week before this attack, a bridge called Qubit was exploited for $80 million. The principle of the exploit is as follows. The bridge enables wrapped cryptos to be minted without first depositing the tokens. For example, an attacker can mint wrapped ETH without depositing the ETH. The attacker then withdraws the free wrapped ETH. There is also a risk that the company holding the assets at stake may be corrupt, negligent, or lose control of the asset through incompetence or at the behest of a third party. For example, if a government asks the company to freeze the assets. So that's the risk, and that's why it must be you must be very careful when you use a bridge. So let's now the overview of the bridge is made. I know, Joachim, that you tasted the Wandex bridge to transfer assets from Solana to MultiversX and the inverse. Can you tell us more about this tool, this very new tool?
Of course. So As you know, Wandex launched their bridge not too long ago. They had the first period on, I'm not sure if it was indemnity, but like a period of trial, where I think they were actually giving rewards to people who did it. But I wanted to try in the production conditions. So before the space, I sent someone over to, because as of now, there's only two tokens that can be sent through this bridge, the one token and the rare token. And I'm going to explain a bit the reasoning behind. You, first of all, the project needs to have a utility to put the token on the other side. If the token has no utility or no purpose on another chain, what is the point of, again, the taking the risk, but also doing all that is needed to do to be on the bridge? So we know that super rare bears are doing an expansion towards Solana, and so is Wandex. So both the one and the rare token can be bridged over. And why is it important? Because super rare bears obviously need to agree with Wandex to provide either themselves token on the other side or allow Wandex to generate the wrapped version of the token, depending on how I'm not sure how they did the deal. So once the connection is very simple, you connect MvX wallet and you connect Solana wallet. I did it with XDeFi and I did it with Phantom. Phantom being the most common wallet on Solana, and also on it's being used on EVMs now too. Once that is connected, you send a transaction through the dApp, and that transaction is basically and that's where ESDT standards is a bit brilliant, because on a lot of other smart contracts on EVMs, you need to give approvals to transfer amounts, etc. And there's often several smart contracts interacting with each other, and that's why we've seen quite a few hacks in the past where someone manages to convince one smart contract that he has received funds, and then that information gets passed through to the other side, to the other chain, and those tokens are unlocked even if they shouldn't. While here, how the Wandex bridge works is you do a ESDT transfer, and in the same transaction where you transfer the amount, you pass an argument that says what is the address on the other side you want to receive the tokens on. So once this transaction has gone, I had to wait around 10 minutes, and then a transaction is generated on the other side, so on Solana, and I received my ones. There is a 5-1 transaction fee, which is was at least around $2 when I did it. And the other way around, if you're sending funds from Solana back to MvX, there is no fee as of now. I had trouble sending back the ones, but I got told, I think it was by Akin, that there's a minimum that isn't shown on the UI of 100 ones, and I was a bit short of that, so that might have been the reason. So my transaction kept getting looped and rejected. So I need to try it again with a bit more. But the experience is quite smooth. Again, because there is no published code, Marius was explaining that it seems to have been audited by Certic. It is important to know that there is one smart contract, obviously, on MvX and one smart contract on Solana or wallet. And those two communicate through a third entity that is off chain, that listens to the events that are taking place on each chain and act accordingly. So you could imagine that there's a server that is just waiting from an update from that smart contract to see who has sent funds and if the transaction got approved, and then would generate that transaction on the other side. So again, good experience. The UI UX is pretty straightforward. And as I was saying, I just need to try again sending the funds back.
Okay, that's a pretty cool overview. So far we only have two coins. So the one and the rare. So it would be interesting to know which new tokens will be added to the bridge protocol. Thank you very much, Joachim, for this. If you guys have any question about bridges or anything, feel free to ask in the comment section. And if not, well, we'll end this Twitter Spaces for this morning. And I will thank everyone for participating. Thank you, Marius, again for joining us this morning. Thank you also, Joachim, for being with me every Wednesday. Normally, next Wednesday, we will welcome Arno, the third host of this English GM MvX, because now he's in vacation. Lucky him. Yeah, see you next Wednesday. I can tell you who will be with us. Oh yeah, I will be happy to welcome Stefana from Pulsar Money. She will. So it's a woman, and that's a good point because we lack of women on Web3 and on MultiversX in general. So yeah, we'll speak with her about Pulsar Money vision, product, and ambition for this new year. So book your next Wednesday and have a very good day. Take care of yourself and feel free to repost the replay of the Twitter Spaces to allow people to listen to it, knowing that you can also listen to the replay on the podcast platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, and Google Podcast, and so on. Normally, it should be live at the end of the day or tomorrow, just when I have time to download it. Thanks a lot again. Take care and see you soon.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a great day.
All the best, guys. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a great day.
All the best, guys. Thank you.